Do turnkey providers typically offer seller financing? Chances are the reason you're asking is because you're probably like me and just about every other real estate investor on the planet. We're all trying to figure out creative financing. It's kind of one of the biggest challenges of the industry. If we all had a gazillion dollars to invest, this probably wouldn't be so complicated. So if you've been interested in turnkey rental properties, you might be wondering if there's a seller financing option. It's just one of many creative financing possibilities. If you can relate to the creative financing challenge, leave your challenge in the comments below. Let's talk about this more. I think it's a really fun topic to explore. It's fun to bounce ideas with people. So let us know your situation, even if it's not about seller financing. So you want to buy a turnkey rental property. You're wondering about seller financing. Unfortunately, the answer is basically no. I've been working with turnkey rental properties since 2011, and I've yet to have ever seen a turnkey provider company offer seller financing. Why is that? You might be wondering. The reason is the way that the turnkey provider business model works is essentially turnkey providers are no different than house flippers. Well, how do house flippers make money and what does that model look like? Well, they go in, they buy a distressed house, they improve it, they sell it for more than they put into it. What they do then typically is take those funds that they just made and roll it into the next project. And they keep doing it over and over and over. It's like a rinse and repeat type of thing. The problem is that if they don't keep rolling the money, they run out of money. So, especially in a turnkey provider scenario, because you can be a house flipper and just do this with like one property here, one property there, like be very small scale. Turnkey providers operate in bulk. They're buying a lot of properties at once, they're selling properties in bulk, and they need the funds. So, the problem with seller financing would be they're not getting their funds back from that property. So you'd be buying the property from them and paying them basically, some whatever interest rate, monthly payment, whatever. Well, that's all great and dandy, but that prohibits them from using that money and rolling it into more properties. They need as much money rolling forward as possible because otherwise they hit their limitation because they can only do however many properties their budget allows for. So if they did offer seller financing, it would be a very similar problem to or there's a lot of people ask the question of if these properties are so good, why don't the turnkey providers keep them for themselves? Well, they do sometimes, but it's the same thing. They wouldn't have the funds to keep going. They would run out of money if they held everything. You can actually see more about that topic if you want to check out the video. What is it called? Why turnkey providers don't keep their properties. Same issue. They've got to keep that money rolling forward. So unfortunately for us, not so much a seller financing. Now, you might be able to find a property in turnkey condition that is being sold by an individual seller, and maybe they want to offer seller financing. But as far as the actual turnkey providers go, you're probably not going to find that. So you might want to think about things like partnering, finding money from other places, but it's probably not going to be from the provider. So I've got a lot of videos going right now about turnkey rental properties. So definitely subscribe to the channel and you'll keep getting notices of when more of these come out. And I can't wait to meet all of you and interact more with all your questions. So let us know where you are in this case on the creative financing front.